Hi, my name is Rebecca Schaefer from Echo Road, Mansfield Center. How's everyone? Last March 14, 2016, several UConn staff members, including Vice President of Student Affairs Michael Gilbert and Chief of Staff Michael Kirk, stated that UConn was not going to increase enrollment significantly this year. However, to the contrary, there has been an increase of 700 students in the fall of 2016, 500 undergraduates and 200 graduate students. That means that the student enrollment has increased 70% since 1996, and I have some graphs that I've put in front of you. These statistics are derived from the UConn fact sheets unless otherwise noted, and I say that because Stephanie Reese has several times indicated that we have fabricated and inflated our numbers, but those do come from the UConn fact sheets unless it's otherwise noted. So despite this recent growth in enrollment, it also appears that there has been a concurrent reduction in the number of on-campus beds. In his May 24, 2016 letter to me, Michael Kirk provided a list of fall 2016 housing, which indicated there were 12,920 beds on campus. That is 446 fewer beds than the previous year. And these numbers do include the STEM dorm and 148 Nathan Hale beds. So the best case scenario is that we have 700 more students. Further reducing the sleeping quarters on campus and not included in the reductions that I've just mentioned are potentially hundreds of beds that were turned into sleeping quarters over the last 10 years that Mr. Kirk and others have mentioned. Those have now been returned to their original use, thereby removing the beds. This would further reduce the number of available beds. However, since we were unable to get Mr. Kirk's updated numbers, if there were any, we did not include those in our calculation. So the 700 additional students and 446 fewer beds are an effective increase of 1,146. That is not, in my mind, insignificant. As you know, these students are all commuting because you've probably noticed the traffic as well as I have. Over the last year, the Town Council, the Ad Hoc Rental Committee, and the Town University Relations Committee were all assured that there would be no significant increase. We were told things like, we don't anticipate significant increase, while the state of economy as it is, increase in enrollment seems unlikely, the projected growth will not materialize, we don't anticipate an increase, et cetera, et cetera. There's numerous statements that I've taken out of different communications. So in my opinion, these statements and others are an apparent campaign of misinformation intended to mislead those like the neighborhood residents who are concerned about the university's true intention to continue with plans to push more students into our neighborhoods. I find that very concerning. In fact, only 49% of the entire student body lives on campus at this point. One house per week is still being converted to a rental. Our neighborhoods are being eroded, turned into student housing. One house at a time, quiet neighborhoods are being taken from their permanent residents, which is a 68% increase in the number. There is a 68% increase in the number of single-family homes converted to rentals since 2013. So that's the last 4 years. We've confirmed and updated our information because Stephanie Reese quoted us in a Journal Inquirer article as having inflated our numbers. So unless otherwise stated, I said that those are the UConn fact sheets, and we do have those on spreadsheet if anybody would like those. Throughout Mansfield tomorrow, it's stated over and over that the people of the town want to remain a rural town, but we don't see anybody that's really doing anything to ensure that that happens, and that's what we would like to ask you to do. I'm also concerned that, now that I'm a member of the Town University Relations Committee, and I'm saying this just purely as an individual, that the town seems to be informed of things and that it's not a very collaborative or cooperative process. In fact, even we are the host town. We have no representation, no town representation on the university's Board of Trustees. Yet UConn has asked to have an additional member put on the Town University Relations Committee, which would give them a voting majority. I find that extremely unfair and an example of the lack of collaboration and working together. We would like the Town Council to prepare a statement of concern addressing the state legislature, making the points that our town has limited natural resources, our quality of life is being compromised, and not everyone in the country, frankly, can be educated in Mansfield, Connecticut, with 11,000 residents. So if there's a way that that could be done, we would very much appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Schaefer.